If you haven't heard the news yet, I'm sorry that I'm the one that has to announce it to you, but MatPat from the Theorist channels, Game Theory, Film Theory, Food Theory, and Style Theory, I believe that's all the channels, is officially retiring from making content on YouTube.
It's not clickbait. On March 9th, I'll be hosting my last Theory episode.
He's been doing it for 13 years now, and now it's finally time for him to retire. Now, I won't say I was the biggest game theorist, but I used to watch his content a lot when I was younger, especially during when he was making Five Nights at Freddy's theory videos like every week. Like, it's even come to a point where I unironically, no joke, have game theory in my vocabulary. Like, I would just randomly say, that's just my game theory. Unironically, I hate the fact that it's in my vocabulary, but it just is. Unfortunately for me, I learned about MatPat retiring the same time that I was at the animal hospital picking up Fazcat because she had to get surgery. So I was already in a depressing looking building, so of course it made it way worse seeing a YouTuber I grew up with officially announce they're retiring. Also, please ignore the flickering lights. I don't know what the issue is. It's been like this for the last few days. I'm honestly gonna probably just take out the bulbs altogether and get new ones. Because I can't deal with this. Now, the reasoning for why MatPat is retiring is just quite simply that he's been doing this for 13 years and focus on his family and making his own original IP content and stuff like that. He's still part of the Theorist channels, he's just not the host anymore.
We knew that we couldn't do this forever. We knew that, honestly, we didn't want to do this forever. For as much as I love you, and I love overthinking things, and I love theorizing, I don't love late nights. I don't love the fact that Steph and I have been work first for over a decade. I mentioned Ollie before. He's the coolest little dude, and he's getting older by the minute. And I watch him, and he has so much fun, and he is so much smarter than I was when I was his age. He also probably knows the FNaF lore better than I do, which is a problem that I should probably address at some point.
Which I totally understand why you would retire, like all the channels are at their peak right now, so what better time to leave the Theorist channels to the new generation right at its peak. Like, I get it. It's still sad because it's part of my childhood ending, but I totally understand it. And it's one thing I've been noticing a lot lately, that a whole bunch of content creators that I used to watch when I was younger have retired or gone to jail or abused their wife.
My reasons for making this announcement today is probably largely the same as Tom's reasons, or Seth Everman's, or Captain Sparkles, or Papa Meats, or Stampy Longheads. Like, there's a lot of these videos that are coming out these days, and there's going to be a lot more happening throughout this year.
And I'm wondering why that is. Why is all of a sudden all these content creators just retiring? And I think it's a pretty simple answer, and that is that they've been doing this for a long time. I don't think people realize this, but YouTube is almost 20. YouTube was born in 2005, and guess who else was born in 2005? Me. I'm as old as YouTube, which is kind of a crazy thing, because that means I have grown up with YouTube. So I'm pretty sure all these content creators have felt like they've done enough. They've done everything they've wanted to do, and now they just want to enjoy life. So I think those are the two main factors. For all of them retiring at around the same time, I think that's just purely a coincidence. All of them have started their careers at around the same time, 2005 to like 2010, 2011, 2012. So of course they'll be kind of ending it at around the same time. It's just that they've done everything they wanted to do. This hobby turned into a full-time job, and now they've done everything they wanted to do with that job and are moving on to something else. Either retiring or doing different projects, stuff like that. It's just, I'm still really happy that all these content creators are not in jail. I don't really know exactly how to word this, but I just think it just sucks seeing your childhood end. I have been watching some of these content creators for a decade at this point. I've been watching them for ever, since as long as I can remember. And I think it's just nice to finally see that part of your life end in a way. I know this sounds kind of cringe, but hear me out. That's one thing I've been noticing over the last few years. A whole bunch of these franchises that I used to watch as a child, or even franchises I'm still into right now, have kind of concluded in a way. I was born at a time where I could watch all 3 live action Spider-Man, and I got to see Spider-Man No Way Home kind of conclude that part of my life. Seeing all these content creators retire, those chapters have closed. Marvel, Endgame, the big finale, another part of my life closed. I mean, they're still kind of going, but like, so I'm just gonna say they ended at Endgame. Star Wars had The Rise of Skywalker, which was the epic conclusion to the Skywalker saga. Was it a good ending? No, but you got to see it end. Just as a whole, as we've gotten older, a whole bunch of these franchises that we have grown up watching are ending, and I think that's pretty nice. I don't really know exactly how to end this video. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm going to upload this video. It's just me rambling on and on and on. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. All these content creators I used to watch are retiring, and it's kind of sad.
You have taken me on the wildest, craziest 13-year ride of my life. And I'm so grateful. And with that, I'm going to say, for one of the final times, not the final time, but one of the final times, as always, my friends, remember, it's just a theory. A game theory. Thank you.